What's going on, Hangout Gang? Welcome back to the Sunday Night Podcast. I'm your host, Crypto Crane. And yesterday was a bloodbath in the markets, and today we have a little bit of green. Hope you bought the dip. Hope you didn't get shaken out. Hope you didn't get scared. Hope you didn't let the prices, all the red on the bubbles and the price action falling down, deter you from stacking and buying on this dip. All right, so today we're going to talk about, Binance news, a little SEC news, some Polygon news, Mag news, etc. As always, we get into the crypto bubbles and we do a little bit of technical analysis, and then we get into the news and then the Twitter news. All right, so stay tuned. And a big announcement we're going to make starting next week on the videos that we post next week. We will be giving away $50 worth of Bitcoin to random commenters. All you have to do is comment on the video, like, subscribe, and comment on the video. And the following Monday, we will be picking a winner from a random video, and we'll be giving away $50 worth of Bitcoin. All right, so it's free money. You can get there. All you gotta do is like, subscribe, and leave a comment on each video that comes in, and we will choose a video on Monday to give out $50 worth of Bitcoin. Okay. All right. So now let's go ahead and get into the news. We got the charts to crypto bubbles, right? Crypto bubbles, as you see, some of the market is red, some of the market is green. You have winners, you have some losers. You have SHIB as a loser, Mana. You have KuCoin, GRT, Axie Infinity, Sol, Doge, IMX, Chiliz, HBAR, BNB, Quant, Maker, Flow, ICP, GMX, what is that? Dash, Woo, XRD, OKB, Filecoin, Luna C, Pepe, FCX, AVAX, EOS, Neuralink, and Theta. All are down today and during today's market. All right. Next, we have in the positive, we have Matic, TON, XMR, TRX. We have XRP, SNX, Lido DAO. We have CRO, SUI, Casper, XLM, CFX, Kava, APT, BTT. And we have Zcash, Gala, BGB, ApeCoin, Render, Atom, and BIT, as well as ADA and Litecoin. All right. So let's go ahead and look at some of these Bitcoin charts. Let's see what we are working with here. All right. Let's see here. Bitcoin chart. As you can see, this is Bitcoin hour chart. As you can see, this is the hour chart. Bitcoin came up here, made a higher high, it's making a higher low, so you're getting a little upward momentum going. All right, it needs to break through this 26K line, and needs to hold this as a floor. Okay, it broke right here, and then it fell back below it, and now it's acting as resistance, but we need this to act as a floor. Now when you scroll out, as you can see, you have this larger downward trend line right here, and you have another downward trend line inside of the larger one. So normally when you have these downward trend lines like this, there's a 68% chance it'll break to the upside. So that's what I would look forward to. Okay, if it doesn't break to the upside, if it does break to the upside, it needs to break past 26,600, and before you start to see any type of thinking about any type of reversal. If it does not break that, it comes up and hits that, then it's going to roll back over. Okay, and it needs to make a higher high, but if it makes a higher low, if it makes a lower low, then right here, then expect it for it to fall down and break that 25 level down towards the 23 level. Okay, let's look at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour time frame, as you can see, like I said, a higher low, higher high, higher low, same thing. RSI is looking good. It's almost 50-50. Could see a little bit more of selling pressure. Could see a little buying pressure. It's about equal. All right, MACD is about equal as well. It's looking good. Okay, so and normally when you see this happen on the MACD, when it crosses up above this right here, then you have price action go up, as you can see right there. It looks like it's about to cross, so I suspect you might get a little pump either tonight or tomorrow up above here. Up above that 26,600, but that needs to hold as a floor. Keep that in mind. So you just have to trade the charts. You cannot predict what's going to happen. You just have to look at the charts. You have to trade. You have to look at the smaller time frames, the larger time frames, to zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. Okay. Now let's go back here and look at the daily. This is the daily. As you can see right here, perfectly, it hits that 26 right there and bounces back down. it's still in that perfectly in that smaller downward trend line, which is also in the larger trend line right here, as you can see. So maybe sometime this week we get a reversal, but it could possibly come up and hit this right here, bounce a couple of times before it reverse. Could get a bounce one. You already have one. Can come up two, three, come down and hit this right here, 25K, and bounce up and break that barrier up towards 27K. Or it could keep hitting this barrier right here and roll over down towards 23K. Like I said, you have to trade the charts. This is the weekly. As you can see, the weekly came down here, touched the 21, came back up right here, right? So you have the 21 getting ready to cross the 200 on the SMA, cross the 50 right here. So you have a bull flag that's showing right here on the weekly. So now is the time to buy Bitcoin, in my opinion. Like, it's not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, but it is the time that I would be personally buying Bitcoin. I am personally buying Bitcoin as well as I'm buying altcoins. Okay, these are the things that I am looking towards doing. Every dip, every time it falls down, I am buying the dip. Okay, that is exactly what I'm doing, and I am anticipating for it to run up. Now, if it does run up right here, you need it to break. If it does do a run up and break 27, you need it to break 30K before you start talking about bull seasons back, bull run, etc. Okay, keep that in mind. Now, let's look at XRP. As you can see, XRP right here, you have looks like a double top right here. So I suspect it to be falling down. As you can see, it did, and it's doing it right here. Hit the ceiling of 55 cents, 53 cents, and it's starting to fall. It's overbought, so I expect a slight pullback, maybe a little bit more pullback, as the RSI is in overbought territory. MACD is looking pretty good. So yeah, and you have the 21 crossing the 50 right here and coming up towards the 200, and it's pulling the price action up with it. So something to watch right here. And this is the weekly now. Let's look at the 4-hour chart, XRP. And as you can see at XRP, it was in that upward channel right there, then it fell, and it had a little small upward channel, and you got to run up, right? And it crashed down again. So now, if it comes up right here and forms a double top right here and comes down, then I would buy, because that would be forming a head and the shoulders. You would have the left shoulder right here, the head, and you would have the right shoulder somewhere over in here. All right, so keep that in mind, okay? And if it does do that, it'll come up and hit this, bounce down, come back here, retrace down here for it to hit this support line, and before it runs back up. All right, so keep that in mind. That's XRP. Now, let's get into some of the news, right? I know you guys been waiting for this. innovation and everything going offshore, and that's what is going to be a problem and an issue. It's going to be a problem and an issue. And I just realized my mic was muted, so I don't know how long it was muted, but it's unmuted now. But it's going to be a problem and an issue. Legislative Council member Johnny Ng took to Twitter to express support and assistance to all global virtual asset trading operators like Coinbase. He also hinted at potential stock listing opportunities. This comes after the recent United States Securities and Exchange Commission lawsuits against significant industry players like Binance and Coinbase. So this is what's going to happen. People want to go offshore. They're just going to be like, fuck you, United States. We'll just take our stuff offshore. And we'll continue to innovate, continue to create. And when you want us to come back, we'll charge you an arm and a fucking leg to use our services. So that's exactly what's going to happen. And I don't blame them. I do the same thing. I'd give the big fuck you and take my company offshore and continue to innovate, continue to create. And when people and companies in the United States come back, I would most definitely charge them an arm and a leg. Contrary to the conscious stance of several Western countries toward cryptocurrencies, Hong Kong has embraced a proactive approach. In January 2023, Hong Kong Financial Secretary Paul Chan declared the government's dedication to establishing a strong ecosystem for crypto and fintech. Subsequently, Hong Kong has been diligently formulating regulations and implementing compliance measures to nurture the expansion of the cryptocurrency industry. Right? So the innovation extended by NG illustrates Hong Kong's dedication to becoming a digital hub for the crypto industry. OKX, Huobi were among the first crypto exchanges to apply for virtual assets provider licenses in the region. The favorable approach toward cryptocurrencies in Hong Kong has also attracted interest from prominent international technology companies. In January, South Korean tech Samsung announced the introduction of a Bitcoin futures active exchange traded fund on the stock exchange of Hong Kong. Additionally, in mid-January, reports surfaced indicating that Chinese government officials were granting strategic approval to the pro-crypto initiatives undertaken by Hong Kong. This recognition from Chinese authority further highlights the significance of Hong Kong's efforts in the crypto space and its potential impact on the broader digital currency landscape. And I agree, because China is positioning itself to be the number one leader in fintech. They're positioning themselves to also be take all the companies that the United States seems to want to run off. So yeah, I agree. And next up, we have millions of Polygon Matic tokens were sent to Binance and Coinbase ahead of a 30% slide. So did somebody have inside knowledge? Did somebody know something? Tell me, Hangout Gang. Somebody know something? Millions sent before they dipped, huh? Altcoins can crash this weekend even more as trading volumes are thin and market makers such as Binance have become less active. Millions worth of Polygon Matic appeared to be sent by key market makers, jump trading and Cumberland to crypto exchanges on Friday night ahead of a nearly 30% drop. Analytics firm Look On Chain said multiple tweets on Saturday that Cumberland had deposited 9 million Matic worth over 6.3 million to Binance and 5 million Matic worth 3.5 million to Coinbase. The firm added that another crypto wallet related to Cumberland Jump Trading and Robinhood deposited a cumulative 9.4 million to crypto exchanges. So these motherfuckers knew before it was going to happen, before anything was listed. And they dumped on the market. They dumped on everybody. That's what happened. They got inside knowledge. Oh, what happened? My bad. They got inside knowledge and they dumped on everybody. Wow. Scammers steal nearly 1 million after hijacking 8 prominent crypto Twitter accounts, including BitBoy Crypto. The scammers have recently taken over accounts belonging to the founder of Pudgy Pigeons, the chief technology officer of OpenAI, and even crypto hater Peter Schiff. Over the past few weeks, scammers have hijacked over 8 Twitter accounts of prominent figures in this crypto space to promote phishing scams. June 9th Twitter thread, ZachXBT outlined that he had uncovered several linked on-chain wallets connected to phishing scams promoted by the recently hacked accounts. While the majority of these attacks were the result of a SIM swap, it seems other accounts were potentially stolen, with the Twitter admin panel, Zach XBT noted. And here's the tweet right here, and here's the on-chain data that he found. These accounts belong to figures such as Pudgy Penguins founder Cole Villamane, DJ, and NFT collector Steve Aoki, Bitcoin Magazine editor Pete Rizzo. Oddly enough, Go proponent and fervent crypto hater Peter Schiff also saw his account hacked to promote dubious links relating to tokenized gold and decentralized finance. I hope Twitter safety investigates each attack closely, as they have resulted in almost 7 figures stolen, Zach XBT said, adding that when the scammer gains control of a Twitter account, phishing scams are tweeted out almost immediately. Slow response times from Twitter support have resulted in some of these tweets staying up for many hours and even days. And that's unfortunate. You would think that that would get better, being that Elon Musk now has control of Twitter. The blockchain sleuth urged people to use a security key instead of SMS-based two-factor authentication. Another one of the account hacks highlighted by Zach XBT includes OpenAI's chief technology officer, Mira Murati. June 2nd, community members fired off warnings about her account, sharing a phishing link promoting a fake airdrop for an ERC token named OpenAI. This post was live for roughly an hour and was viewed 79,000 times and retweeted 83 times before it was deleted. Notably, the scammer had restricted who could reply to the tweet to stop people from placing warnings on it. In late May, Arthur Madrid, the co-founder and CEO of metaverse platform The Sandbox, was also subjected to the same style of Twitter account hack that saw the promotion of a fake SAN token airdrop. It is unclear if the hacker is related to the group identified by Zach XBT. So, hackers at it again. You have to be safe. Stay safe out there, everybody. And remember, do not click links. Do not click links. Do not click links. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten messages and everything from people asking me, hey, I clicked this link, I've been hacked, I lost my crypto, I clicked this link, I did this and that, I did XYZ, and I told them, well, what did you do? The first thing they say is, I clicked this link that was tweeted out, or I clicked this link that was in my DM. No, do not do that. Don't do that. Don't click no links. Okay, be 100% sure and look at your URL. Make sure your URL says that what it's supposed to say, .io or .com or whatever it is that the address is supposed to say. Stay vigilant, my friends. All right. Polygon Labs president testifies on democratizing the internet with Web3 blockchains. United States Energy Representative and Commerce Committee Subcommittee on Innovation, Data and Commerce gathered to discuss blockchain technology and future on Web3 on June 7th. Crypto industry members, including Polygon Labs President Ryan Wyatt and several legal experts, appeared before the committee to engage in what transpired to be constructive dialogue. This meeting was held just after the SEC announced back-to-back lawsuits against major crypto exchanges, Binance and Coinbase. In Wyatt's testimony, he discussed the potential of blockchain technology and its value to users and the benefits of building a healthy and well-regulated blockchain ecosystem in the United States. Wyatt began by addressing the fundamental problem blockchain solve, the volume extraction problem on the internet. He explained that in the current era of the internet, commonly called Web 2, large centralized tech companies extract value from users by charging fees for goods and services and collecting user data for their benefit. And here he says right here he had the pleasure to testify in front of the Innovation, Data, and Commerce Committee. So let's hear what he has.
Good morning, Chair Bilirakis, Ranking Member Schakowsky, and members of the subcommittee. Thank you for the opportunity to testify here today. My name is Ryan Wyatt. I'm the president of Polygon Labs, which is an international software development company that
now this is Matic. Now Polygon Matic.
Prior to joining Polygon Labs a year and a half ago, I was an executive at YouTube as the global head of gaming for almost 8 years. I'm here to speak to you today about the evolution of the internet, one that is based on blockchain technology. I'll discuss how this enhanced internet, what we call Web 3, can benefit users and consumers, and why it's important for this technology to be built here in the United States. Over the past 4 decades, the internet has been built primarily by large, centralized corporations. These companies have been true innovators, creating technology far beyond what the inventors of the internet could have ever imagined. That being said, 95% of traffic goes to the top 1% of sites, and 85% of mobile app usage goes to the top 1% of publishers. This means that large corporations...
You hear what he's saying? So everything is centralized, and they can control everything because everything is going through those two sources. Wow.
Who control these sites and apps accrue the value of our time, our data, and our
money. I don't
money.
think people knew that.
It leaves the average user at a disadvantage. The growth and innovation from Web 2 has come at a steep cost to the consumer and everyday user. This is not only in the form of fees, but also in the form of companies extracting all forms of user data. For example, Maps applications record a user's location. Social media requires a user to give up personally identifying information. And your browser is collecting and sharing searches with other applications to provide you targeted advertisements for products and services. Today, online...
Everybody be like, man, I was just talking to somebody and all of a sudden the advertiser popped up on my phone or on my Facebook. Ha, this why.
Identities are stored in silos within company databases. This is how these companies create value for themselves. By wielding the data for their own benefit and only sharing the least amount of value to users to ensure continued use. For this reason, user privacy is inherently compromised in Web 2, and we have become totally accustomed to it. A blockchain-based internet corrects this issue. Blockchains inherently democratize the internet. They're not run by large corporations, but a group of people or entities running individual computers who receive incentives for verifying information transmitted to the blockchain and for securing the network.
Agreed.
Web3 applications are developed by third parties and built on top of these networks, separate and apart from the original developers of the blockchains themselves. Due to the way blockchains work, without intermediaries, users can connect to Web3 applications through their own personal software and decide when, how, and whether to share any information about themselves, their own data, their content, their works of art, and their assets. Users never have to provide any personal information to use these Web3 applications. For that reason, instead of extracting value from users and consumers, Web3 creates a value layer of the internet where users are able to control all of the aspects of their interactions on the web.
I agree with everything he's saying. Next up, metaverse investments, opportunities, and risk of the $1 trillion VR market. The metaverse continues to expand with industry giants and upcoming players racing to seize a slice of potentially $1 trillion pie. And I agree. Gaming is a $1 billion industry, and the metaverse will be a $1 trillion industry, followed by gaming inside of the metaverse, which probably most likely will be a $1 trillion industry as well. Right? So, close to $2 billion was invested in blockchain-based metaverse deals in 2022. A 2022 report by McKinsey estimated the metaverse industry to potentially generate up to $5 trillion in revenue by 2030, a number overtaken by Citi's forecast of $8 trillion to $13 trillion. These estimations reflect significant growth among the global metaverse market of $65.5 billion recorded in 2022. To realize these optimistic forecasts, the metaverse industry would need to sustain an impressive 85% compound average growth rate. And this shows you all the VC funding across the metaverses, right? So as you can see, the venture capitalists they put $564 million in Animoca, right? You put some in Loot Mogul, and some other ones: In World, Varho, Hadean, Arts Galore, Improbable, Stardust, Fractal, Bud, Manic, Ready Player Me, etc. Right? So it's they're investing in the metaverse. So just a hint, it's not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but it's something that you might want to look into. Metaverses and the metaverse games and the gaming coins. Yeah, I'm just saying they're going to make some people multi-millionaires, making people a lot of money. There are a lot of them that are under a penny right now, a lot of them that are under 10 cents, or under 50 cents, should I say. Investors will never guess which metaverse won Cointelegraph's research in 2023 ranking of metaverses. The winning blockchain-based metaverse enables the ownership of in-game assets, has over $61 million in value locked in its smart contracts, and over 8,000 monthly users, and features a deflationary token model. To learn more about the project, read The Hitchhiker, etc. Okay. It says despite its project growth, the metaverse landscape is not without its challenges. Industry leaders have been plagued by losses to their market capitalizations, with Meta, formerly known as Facebook, losing 77% of its market cap, equivalent to $800 billion, between late 2021 and 2022. As a result, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg plans to eliminate 21,000 jobs. Despite setbacks, industry titans like Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Qualcomm are all developing metaverse strategies. Apple's entry into the metaverse is highly anticipated, with its augmented reality virtual reality headset launch slated for June 2023. Similarly, gaming firms like Epic and Roblox utilize the pandemic lockdown to their advantage, successfully launching metaverse concerts that reach millions worldwide. In 2022, mergers, acquisitions, and financing in the metaverse realm rose about $13 billion in 2021 to over $120 billion, bolstered by Microsoft's $69 billion acquisition of Activision. The deal had a 7.6 enterprise value to sales multiple and a 20.2x enterprise value. Although valuation multiples are expected to decrease in line with higher interest rates, investment activities remain robust. And these are the corporate marketing in metaverses, right? It says most of the biggest companies in different industries have stated and started metaverse-based initiatives, in some cases building infrastructure, in others experimenting with new shopping and marketing techniques, while in others seeking operational efficiencies. So you have Playboy in the adult entertainment. You have here in the health category, you have fashion, you have Gucci, Adidas, Estee Lauder, Nike, Disney, Dolce & Gabbana, Tommy Hilfiger. You have the bank financial institution, HSBC, JP Morgan, Interbank, Industry Bank of Industrial Bank of Korea. You have the tech companies, Facebook, Shopify, Spotify, Apple, Tinder, etc. Educational, Nokia, etc. Real estate, tourism, crypto, blockchain companies, etc. So a lot of people are getting into the metaverse, and all the FUD about the metaverse is dead and why you shouldn't. I'm giving you some alpha right now. You know, let me put my face on the screen. I'm giving you some alpha right now. Metaverse and gaming coins is something that you might want to look into. I'm not going to tell you to go out and buy them. I'm not going to tell you to go out and throw a bunch of thousands of dollars into these metaverses and coins. What I'm going to tell you to do is go out and do your own research and do thorough research. All right. And if you have any questions, come down and put them in the comments, and come down and comment on the channel, and we'll answer them. But do your research, and you'll be surprised, and you'll see why all these companies that I just mentioned are moving or developing metaverse marketing strategies. Okay, you will see why. It is something that you most definitely need to look into. It's something that you need to look into. Okay, top blockchain metaverse projects are also attracting significant capital. The leading blockchain metaverses measured by market cap, including Sandbox at $1 billion, Decentraland at $905 million, Axie Infinity $830 million. The year-to-date performance of the Sandbox is 44%, while Decentraland's year-to-date performance is 62%. Neither of them surpassed Bitcoin's year-to-date return of 68%. For investors seeking exposure to the metaverse, exchange-traded funds like the Fidelity Metaverse ETF and the Round Hill Ball Metaverse ETF offer viable options. However, Cointelegraph's research, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Metaverse report, reveals that a majority of token transactions associated with metaverse projects result from speculation rather than actual in-metaverse usage, a trend that calls for cautious investment. That's why I say do your own research and see exactly which metaverse is going to be the one that these companies are building in and planning on using. All right, so that's that for that article. Now, to tie into that, Louis Vuitton embraces Web3 launches its iconic trunk as a digital collectible. So they launched a digital collectible, and they're just one of many companies that are doing the exact same. You have Adidas, you have Nike launching all their brands and shoes as NFTs, that you could actually use as wearables and etc. So it's something that you might want to look into. So now we get into the meat and potatoes, the Ripple case. Right? This is what most of y'all wanted to hear. This is what most of y'all here is for Ripple. Pro XRP lawyer tips outright SEC victory at less than 3%. John Dean said there's a 25% chance Ripple will see an outright win against the SEC, while rumors fly of a possible Ripple IPO. John Deaton has tipped that less than a 3% for the chance for the United States SEC to score an outright win against Ripple as the end to the long-running lawsuit draws closer. The crypto law founder has been a vocal advocate for Ripple against the SEC, which filed a lawsuit against the company, alleging that the sale of its XRP token represented an unregistered securities offering. In June 3rd, episode of Good Morning Crypto podcast, Deaton stated he tipped a 25% chance that presiding U.S. District Judge Torres rules in outright favor of Ripple, and a 50% chance that Ripple claims victory by way of a splitting the baby ruling. This refers to Judge Torres drawing a line in the sand where she could potentially rule that XRP was offered as an unregistered security before 2018. However, in the wake of the Hinman documents, which refer to internal SEC messages related to a 2018 speech given by former SEC Director William Hinman, it's possible that cryptocurrencies can transition from securities to commodities once they become sufficiently decentralized. I think that XRP itself is going to be deemed not a security, and that I think that the secondary market sales show comment. Even if Judge Torres does rule finding that Ripple violated the law, that does not apply to secondary market sales, Deaton explained. While Ripple executives, included its CEO Brad Garlinghouse, has long been predicting an imminent end to the roller coaster lawsuit from SEC, Deaton highlighted that Judge Torres will most likely come to a final decision before September 30th this year. Deaton brought forth attention to what he called a 6-month list that district judges must file to Congress. The list details all of the summary judgments that have been pending for longer than 6 months. It gets published on the last day of March and the last day of September. Judge Torres, has never been on this list. It's like a public shame list that says, look, I'm shitty at my job. Additionally, Deaton also gave his predictions for the price of Ripple's native XRP token following a positive ruling. I certainly believe that somewhere between $2 and $10 is reasonable. I agree right out the gate. I think we'd be more on the $10 side. Just my opinion. According to a June 2nd tweet from Fox Business Journal Eleanor Terrett, Ripple hosted a roadshow where it met with underwriters and other investors to garner interest in a potential public offering. So, that's big. So, that's Ripple news. So, now it's time for the Twitter news. Go ahead and jump into Twitter news. And like I was telling you about the brands getting into the metaverse, what do we have here? We have Nike. Says blockchain gaming. We have NFT Bark says blockchain gaming will take off when it's just gaming, and the blockchain enables a better experience for gamers. The release from Nike doesn't say blockchain NFTs or Web3. Nike gets it. NFTs are better software for a better experience. And this is Nike's release. It says Nike Virtual Studios and EA Sports will bring Dot Swoosh virtual creations to EA Sports experiences. Right? So let's see if we can pull this up. And of course, it wants to spin on me. It says Nike Virtual Studios and EA Sports are today announcing a new partnership aimed at enhancing and personalizing virtual sports experience for all fans all over the world. Nike's new partnership with EA Sports will look to build new immersive experiences and unlock brand new levels of customization within EA Sports ecosystem. So that's big. That's big. Big news. Next up on Twitter, we have XRP Millionaire states this. He says, apparently the whole banking system in Russia went down. That is nationally. Is this a sneak preview of what's going to happen on the 13th? All it takes is a power grid shutdown. Imagine a www.internet shutdown. Could this mean the flip of the switch? XRP, $0, no price for XRP. And if you don't know what he's talking about how the media was put out in the media that on the June the 13th there will be no price for XRP, which is weird, but it seems to believe, or a lot of rumors going around, that the switch is going to be flipped. More XRP news says Breaking Canada had Ripple as a partner back in 2014. So let's see what this video has to say.
I think you're right. Look, Crypto Hulk, look what we discovered. Ripple Union. Canadian. What year was this, Crypto Hulk? Right there, 2014. Well, ain't that something? There's a Ripple wallet. You could look that one up. Chainalysis there, buddy. So it looks to us, oh, this is Chinese. This whole page is actually written in Chinese. This is Google Translate, just to let you know. Remittance can be made to Canadian banks. Oh, man. And then, yep. Looks like Canada's got some explaining. Look, Ripple's been in Canada. Here's the thing. 2014, man. You already know. It's like 10 years ago Ripple was there. They've been partners for like 10 years. They just let all you guys know a couple years ago. They've been there since 2014. This is Crypto Hulk. Got it going on. Just have to do a lot of exposing. By Jove, I expose. This is Crypto Hulk.
Yep, Crypto Hulk bringing the information, man. Crypto Hulk 19. Follow him on Twitter. All right, next up we have Cosmos Rex. Says in the video here, we have SEC Chairman Gary Gensler is promoting algorithm in one of the global economics and management classes at MIT in April 2019. If you bought Algorand during the time he promoted it, then you'd be currently down 90%. According to SEC filings in the link below, the SEC charged Kim Kardashian with the promotion of an unregistered security. In the SEC filing below, SEC.gov is charging Binance and CZ for selling unregistered securities, Algorithm being one of them. My question is, can we now legally sue the SEC Gov Chairman Gary Gensler for promoting an unregistered security? I also see that the SEC likes to dig up 5-year-old chat logs and trying to make it stick. Given the incriminating evidence below, along with a lot of other videos of Gary Gensler repeatedly promoting Algorand, legally we should be able to sue the chairman of U.S. Security Exchange for promoting an unregistered security. Given that Gary is a public figure, I cannot see a reason why we should not stick. I do not want to hear anything about Gary not being a public figure, as the SEC Gov stated charging Twitter accounts for meme stock promotions as well. As they started charging Twitter accounts for meme stock promotions as well. You can't view the filings. You can view the filings here. These are the laws of the United States, and nobody should be above them. So interesting. Let's see what Gary has to say.
Work with. So governance is tough. You could create Uber or Lyft on top of a blockchain technology today. Well, maybe in 5 years you could. It would have the performance. Sylvia McCally's Algorand, who's a Turing Award winner at MIT that I work with. Sylvia's got a great technology that has the performance. You could create Uber on top of it. The question is then, who would update the software? So governance is tough. You could create Uber.
As you can see, clearly promoting it. No. Crooked Gary. This just in too. DAOs. Decentralized autonomous organizations. The CFTC just won a court case against a DAO, and as its members, some founders are now on the hook for $643,542, and the DAO's websites and ops have been ordered to shut down. This is the statement. It says today, CFTC Division of Enforcement Director Ian McGinley released the following statement on the CFTC sweeping victory in the OkiDAO litigation. Last night, Judge William Orrick entered a default judgment order that requires the defendant, OkiDAO, decentralized autonomous organization, vet CFTC charged with operating an illegal trading platform and unlawfully acting as a futures commission merchant to pay a civil monetary penalty of $643,542. Orders permanent trading and registration bans and orders the OkiDAO as well as any third party providing web hosting or domain name registration services shut down. Critically, in a precedent-setting decision, the court held that the OkiDAO is a person under the Commodity Exchange Act and thus can be held liable for violations of the law. The court then held that the OkiDAO did in fact violate the laws as charged. So that's big. So now they are trying to say that the decentralized autonomous organizations are a person. This is the crookedness of the United States government. This is when they say that businesses are a person or businesses, etc. This is the crooked. Like I said, it's just the crookedness. It's the American fucking way, man. This just fucking crooked. How can a decentralized autonomous organization be classified as a fucking person? Crazy, man. what are they using? Black Laws Dictionary or some shit. Now, even more damning news against Gary Gensler. Yoshitaka Kitao, Ripple's board member and head of SBI Group, is calling out Gary Gensler, and he is very bullish for XRP. So let's hear what he has to say.
リップルの XRP がコインだということになると、これは大変な値段になると思います。我々外部の筆頭株主ですから、まあ、
Poison for success.
キャピタルゲイン、売ればキャピタルゲインでリアライズされますけど、売れなくても、そうトロンが出て、リップルの XRP がコインだということになると。
To the fucking moon. That's where we're going. XRP Army, we're going to the fucking moon. We held, we kept, we held through the flood. All that shit bounced off of us. We bought more, we continue to stack. We believe we're going to the fucking moon.
リップルの XRP がコインだということになると。
What else do we have here in the SEC case? Everyone needs a reminder from Mr. Deaton, the people's lawyer, okay? Everyone needs to remember the SEC calling an asset a security does not mean it is security. Here is the SEC admitting that the court decides if the SEC's claim or theory is even valid. This was the SEC's response to my writ of mandamus. Thus, the Commission's enforcement proceeding in the Southern District of New York, brought under the Securities Act, supplies the exclusive method for testing the validity of the Commission's complaint against Ripple. So they don't decide shit, the judge does. They can say whatever they want to as security. Now, we have here from Ed Learzite. Boom. Jeffrey Alberts was the lawyer for Prior Cashman, who organized the piece of paper for the Ethereum ICO for Lubin in 2014. Now guess who he worked for as an assistant attorney at the U.S. Attorney's Office, Southern District of New York, until 2013. That's right. No other than SEC New York Regional Director, later SEC Enforcement Director, and now Simpson Thacker partner Mark Berger, who would file the lawsuit against Ripple. So as you see right here, Jeffrey Alberts, Prior Cashman. See right here, U.S. Attorney, Southern District of New York, includes securities fraud, bank fraud, mail and wire fraud, bankruptcy fraud, and money laundering. Right? And then right here, Lubin insisted that the Ethereum team consult with the U.S. Securities and the SEC. And those who wanted to make it a mission-driven non-profit instead, Buterin was among the latter, but Lubin wanted to build a business. So did Charles Hoskinson, the first CEO, who was eventually expelled from the group. Gavin Wood, the chief technologist, also left after repeated disputes. Both Hoskinson and Wood now run Ethereum rivals. Exactly. And that's how that should happen. Now, the block says that Polygon Labs responds to the SEC claims, which they did, and we're not going to go over it today. It would be a separate video. I'll leave a link to it. It'll be up tomorrow. More than likely, it'll be up tomorrow. All right. So this is some news right here. It just came out late night, earlier today. Now it says Kai Youngju says Bitcoin is leaving the United States, and he's posted something interesting here now, and this is something that might want to pay attention to, and this is the result of the SEC and their bullshit that they've been doing. Now this right here, this is a chart right here. Now this chart shows the flow of Bitcoin, right? So in the blue you have the United States, and the rest you have the rest of the world, I guess. So as you can see, you see the money going right there, the Bitcoin going into the United States, and now you're seeing Bitcoin moving offshore. You see it moving offshore, right? So it's a very interesting chart. And somebody asked, how is this number derived, right? It says the Bitcoin balance on U.S. entities divided by the balance on known entities across other countries. So yeah, very interesting. Now we have here too the collaboration. The National Federal Reserve joins the U.S. Faster Payment Council, and we have Cowboy Crypto 313. For those who don't know already, the Federal Reserve joined the U.S. Faster Payments Council as a founding sponsor. The founder of U.S. Faster Payments Council is the head of product at Amazon Payments and is a member of FedNow Community Group. The only crypto company representing the U.S. Faster Payments Council is Ripple. Craig DeWitt was their vice chair before leaving. Now, two Ripple execs hold the leadership roles within this working group: Pat Thielen and James Selleck. The clearinghouse is also a member of the U.S. Faster Payments Council. Read between the lines, people. Read between the lines. And he goes down here and says notable companies, organizations in the U.S. Faster Payments Council. It has Ripple, Walmart, Wells Fargo, Visa, J.P. Morgan, Netflix, American Express, TD Bank, Goldman Sachs, First National Bank, Federal Reserve, BNY Mellon, Nationwide, and the Clearinghouse. Says Ken is also a member of the Business Payments Coalition at the Federal Reserve. He posts it right here. So, thought that was some interesting information that I would bring to you guys to the Hangout game as far as Ripple. And we've already covered this in the Nike Virtual Sports Studio and etc. So before we go out, we'll take a look at the crypto bubbles again. As you can see, it's like the market's starting to turn red even more now. So let's see what XRP is doing. Is it doing what I said it was going to do? Yeah, it's starting to go down towards that right there, towards the 50 cent floor. Look at Bitcoin before we head out. And let's see here. Where is the Bitcoin? There we go. As you can see, Bitcoin is rolling up. No, it's not. That's USDT. Yeah. It's the wrong one. Market cap. Alright, there you go. That was a short. Sorry. And as you can see, Bitcoin is trending downwards. It hit that resistance, came back down. It actually came up, hit that 21 SMA. Now it's falling down. Back into that channel, so it's going to chop and fall down that channel as it heads downwards. Okay, if it doesn't hold this right here, 25,326 as support, then it will fall back below that, down towards the 23,000. As you can see, I will zoom out, and as you can see right here, there is a big downward channel, and there's a smaller channel, downward channel inside the big one. This is looking like as a bull pendant, but we will have to see. In order for it to confirm that, it needs to break above the 21 and break through this 26K and above the 200 and towards the 27. It breaks towards 27. It needs to go all the way up here and break this 29K in order for you to start to see and to start to talk about anything about a bull run. Okay, so no bull run until we break 27K. Now, if it doesn't go, does not break, if it does not break this 25K right here, then you're going to have it roll over and definitely going to go down to 23K. Let's look at the hour chart, see what it looks like. Go to the smaller time frame. As you can see in the smaller time frame right there, right along the 21 is crossing the 50, so you're getting ready to have a golden cross. So it may cross and break over this 25K within the next couple of hours up here towards the 200 SMA, but it's still in that downward trend, as you can see, still in that downward trend. All right. So we're doing this because the first 20 minutes the mic was turned off, and I did not know that, so I apologize for that again. So we're covering over what we covered over in the first 20 minutes. We're covering over it again. XRP, as you can see, XRP came down here, came down to 50 cents. 50, what is that? Yep, came down to 50 cents, touched it, went back up. And now it came back down here, hit the 21 SMA, and it's right there hovering around the 21 SMA at 51 cents. I suspect it to fall a bit more. Now, if it breaks through and falls through this support of 50 cents, then you're going to look at that 49 cents XRP. That would be a good buy for me. Right now is a good buy, as we just went over all the Ripple and XRP SEC news and the reason why you should, pretty much buy. In my opinion, you should have given enough information to make a decision, a cognizant decision, and an educated one at that. Okay, so back onto the XRP hour chart. As you can see, the 21 right here is getting ready to cross the 200. It just crossed the 50, so you should see some price action. But the problem is the RSI is oversold territory. It's at 54.23. It needs to fall down towards the 34 36, 34 mark, and then you have a reversal. So if it falls down towards that and it still does not fall below this support line of 50 cents, you will see a bounce back up. And for my traders out there, the trade that I would place would be right down here when it falls down on this reversal, right? I mean on this bounce right here. I would be placing a trade around 50 cents, and I would be exiting my trade around 52 cents. 50, yeah, around 52 cents. Maybe 53 cents, something around there. Okay. Now, let's go look at the XRP 4-hour chart. And as you can see, the 4-hour chart is showing the exact same thing. Now, people trade the charts. Do not try to predict and determine what the price is going to be, what the price action, etc. Just trade the charts. Just do what the charts tell you to do. All right? Just do what the charts say. Right here, you have the 21 crossing the 50 right here, going up, the 80 and the 100 pulling along with it. And you have the price action fall down. Now, even though it's in the red and it fall down on the 4-hour chart, it's still hovering around here around the 21, right? Only problem is you have that 21 crossing that 50 on the downward on what they call a death cross. And you normally times out of 10 you get price action downward. And to further solidify that speculation that price action is going to actually go down towards the 50 cents and possibly break below the 50 cents mark is this right here. You have a high, you have a lower high right here, right? So you're going to produce another lower high. If you produce another lower high right here, that will be the confirmation that I need that to either put in a short on the XRP or to wait for it to fall some more and to buy up and purchase the amount that I would like to purchase. Okay, so keep that in mind. Right, so you have here, like I said, you had a high here, you had a lower high here, right? So if you get a lower high down in here, then boom, you already know what it's going to be, because that right there is starting to formate a downward trend line. And you, as you can see, downward trend line starting to formulate. So again, if you get a lower high somewhere down in here, you get this confirmed, right? It's confirmed. Now, let's take a look at Solana. I'm a big proponent of Solana. I have a lot of NFTs on Solana. I buy Solana NFTs. And so I'm waiting for the price action to actually fall down and dip on Solana. As you can see, it was in this downward channel. This is a 4-hour chart right here. As you can see, 21. Let me make this a little bit bigger. As you can see, 21 crossed the 200 SMA and brought price action down. And as you can see, Solana is still in that little downward channel, right? Downward channel. You have a little bit of upward price move action, or upward, price action, should I say? But it's still hitting its resistance right around $16, hitting $16 and coming down. So therefore, you have resistance. What? One. Got resistance 1, 2. Right. So I suspect Solana's going to come back down here to 1436, bounce, and come back up to retest this $15.99, $16 range. Now, if it hits resistance right here and does not break through, then you're going to see Solana roll over and roll back down towards that $13, $16 range. Okay. Now, remember, trade the charts. Don't guess. Do what the charts say. Do what the charts is telling you to do. Okay. Now, smaller time frame. You see exactly which way it's going to go. Go to the smaller time frame. We got here in the smaller time frame, as you can see right here. You got boom, double top, 1, 2, and it's falling. Right here, you had a death cross, 21 crosses the 200, the 80, and the 50, and it pulled price action down. RSI is approaching. RSI is, it's okay. So if you are a frequent watcher of our videos and you tune into our channel, then you know that we have discovered that whenever the RSI hits around between 34 and 32, then there is a trend for a reversal. So it's coming down to close to around those reversal areas. RSI is currently sitting at 40.93, and it needs to fall down 6 more, to 8 more between 34 and 32 before we see a reversal. And I can see that happening if it falls down and hit this and hit the support of $14.27 with bouncing and breaking through. But it still needs to break out of this trend line. Okay. Now let's go look at the weekly and see what it's doing for the week and the day. Let's see here. This is the weekly chart, as you can see, and I want to show you guys something. because I know you know. You see, you have the 21. This white line right here is that 21 SMA, right? This right here is the 50, right? So when they cross, it's what's known as a death cross. When they cross going down, it's a death cross. When they cross going up, it's called a golden cross. So this is the weekly chart of Solana right here. You see that 50 going sideways. You see the 21 starting to go sideways. So you're going to see some choppiness on the weekly, okay? So just keep that in mind, all right? So I'm waiting for it to hit sub $14 or around $14, and I'm going to buy up a lot of Solana. So I have a lot of NFTs that I want to get on Solana Network. I went NFT shopping earlier, or pretty much the whole weekend, okay? Now, there's another coins that I want to look at before I head out. Luna C. Now, this is going to be a gem that people are not aware of. It will repeg. It will repeg to the dollar. And once it repegs back to the dollar, you will see Luna starting to be burned again through their algorithm. And once that Luna is burned in that algorithm, it becomes deflationary then. Okay? Now, the whole reason why Luna fell is because it depegged from the dollar. Once it depegged from the dollar, then the algorithm told Luna to print more Luna, therefore flooding the market and crashing the price of Luna. So once that algorithm gets fixed, which they are fixing now, it just passed a vote, and they are trying to see if they can duplicate or replicate the same thing that happened. And if they cannot with this new algorithm, then it will go live in public. So it might be something that you might want to take a look into, because right now 135,000 Luna C coins is like $8 or $10. And once it repegs, it could, you could see Luna C above $1 within the next 2 years. Okay, not financial advice. Do your own research. Just a little dropping a few nuggets and a few gems for you. Okay, it's something that something I want you guys to look into. All right, because that's how we do here. I love my Hangout gang. I want my Hangout gang to win. Right. So, as you can see, it dropped to 0. It's right there at 4 zeros and an 8. Dropped to 0, and then it gained it back, and now sitting at 4 zeros and an 8. But as you can see, RSI is looking good. So definitely need something I want you guys to look at. So just keep that in mind. All right, and now let's go look at the Bitcoin market cap, Bitcoin dominance. As you can see, the money is flowing into Bitcoin. The money is flowing out of altcoins and into the Bitcoins. As you can see right here, we got a golden cross. What is a golden cross, you may say? This right here is a golden cross. You have the 21 SMA crossing that 50, and you see what it's doing? It is pulling that 50 along with it. And look at the price action. As you have a cross, and then after the cross, immediately price action up, right? So now you have here a rounded bottom forming in the Bitcoin market cap. Is it going to form a rounded bottom? What does it say? Rounded bottom pays the bills. That's our slogan around here on the Crypto Hangout. Rounded bottoms pay the bills. So a rounded bottom, if it forms a cup and handle, then you get ready to blast off. Okay? So what does that look like? Nice little rounded bottom right there, right? So you have some choppy right there, then you have boom, take off. So when the more money comes in, and as I say, the choppiness is going to be right here, is going to be the pullbacks. And how do you know that the choppiness is going to be the pullbacks? Why? Because the RSI right here is oversold, severely oversold, right? See that? Sets currently at 76. You need around between 36 and 32 is the normal spot where you see your reversals, right? Every coin. When the RSI is around that area, you normally see your reversals every time. Free alpha, free game, okay? This is why you need to subscribe to the channel, why you need to like, comment, and subscribe to my alpha, and my trading group, so you can understand and some of these nuances and easy ways to trade and to win. Okay, so like I said, money is flowing into Bitcoin, and you can prove that because if I go and look at the altcoin market cap, then I should see the money flowing out of the altcoin market cap, and boom, voila, the altcoin market cap. As you can see, money flowing out of the altcoin market cap. So It correlates with the Bitcoin dominance. The altcoin market cap and the Bitcoin dominance chart correlates together, right? When the money flows into Bitcoin dominance, the money flows out of the altcoins, all right? So, I appreciate everybody for rocking with me on this Sunday afternoon, you know, and rocking out. We were trying to grow the channel. You know, we have people pop in and view a few seconds here and there, a few minutes here and there. We're grateful for everything. We just wish that you would like or dislike the video, leave a comment, leave a message or something, interact with us as we're trying to grow the channel. So we will be giving away $50 worth of Bitcoin every week, every Monday. On the following, we will pick a winner that comments on a video from the following week. Okay, so if you this week's videos, you want to comment and want to like and subscribe, and that following Monday we're going to pick a random winner from a random video and a random comment. Okay, so it's going to pay for you to comment and to interact on the videos from here going forward, because we're going to be giving away $50 worth of Bitcoin every week. All right, so it's going to be $50 worth of Bitcoin every week. You know, and as the channel grows, we'll start giving away more. You know, as the channel grows, we'll give away 75. It continues to grow, we'll give away 100. Continues to grow, we'll give away 150, etc., etc., etc. So help me grow the channel. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about it, and interact. You know, comment on the videos. Come in, comment on the live streams, interact with me. Because 75% of you that watch the videos are not subscribed. And we're trying to change that because, you know, YouTube algorithm doesn't want to work with us like that unless we start getting some likes and, you know, subscribers and comments. So, some engagement. So, until next Sunday. Oh, and for those that are listening on iTunes and listening on Spotify, same thing for you. Go ahead and follow, hit that bell notification so you get notified of the next video, the next upload. And go ahead and subscribe to the Metaspot podcast. It's on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music. We give away a lot of alpha. We talk all things metaverse, NFTs, and we give away NFT alpha. And just to show you some of the alpha that we give away on that site, I'm going to show you guys some of the alpha that we gave away real quick. So we had this. Let me see here. Let me change it. So we had this right here, right? This is called Norm. This is a Bitcoin ordinal. Now, this artist right here, he does work for Nintendo and for Nike. So you see all those Japanese anime stuff that you see on Nike and Nintendo and stuff. He's an artist for them. It was a stealth mint. A stealth mint. Something that we found out about, and we informed all our alpha group subscribers. Okay, newsletter will be coming out for the alpha. You'll be able to subscribe to it. And the other alpha that we had was this one right here, Bomba Clock. This minted Saturday. Okay, it minted Saturday at 0.2 Sol. Okay, and now look at the price floor. They had the reveal tonight. So they just revealed it at 7 o'clock p.m. today. And now look at the price floor. 654. Right? Now, this is the alpha. These are the benefits that you get. Those that were in the alpha, those that got the alpha, they were able to mint these at 0.234. And they were able to get the whitelist. They minted these at 0.24, 0.3, etc. And if they did not get to mint these and get the whitelist and get to mint these, they were still able to buy them on a secondary market soon after mint at 0.34, 0.35, 0.32, etc., 0.29. Okay, so this is the alpha. This is the benefits of subscribing and following me on all platforms.